but you've got residual money coming in, so you don't really have to be at work anywhere. And you can take that residual money and you can put that residual money on paying some of your standard living in America, and then take the rest of it and use it to pay on what you're trying to do here in whatever country you're going to for that standard of living. Because remember, I told you $9,000 a year in Japan, technically $8,500, $12,000 a year in the United States. So if you have a stock that is paying you back $1,000 a month, you can live in the Philippines for free. You got a stock that's paying you $1,000 a month, you can live in Japan for free. You just got to get there. Then when you start talking about the standard living in America, where you got to have like $69,000 a year to be comfortable, you're going to have to reinvest that stock quite a few times so that you can start drawing back about $6,000 a month so that you can live comfortable in the United States. Now, these are the things that we're talking about. Now, keep in mind though, I've said this plenty of times before. If you find an investment platform where you can invest in it and you can get you some shares back, and then you can take those shares and go make it do what it do. If you can go and get you a decent loan, for those of you with reasonably good credit, or if you know somebody who knows somebody, I just told you guys about Orchid. If you was to say, oh man, Orchid is actually paying back like 18.46%, blah, 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 blah. And let me take $100,000 and put on that, because that's $18,400, bro. Like, bam, there it is. Now you could go and hit you a $100,000 loan, and in some cases get that 4 to 10%, 15% interest on the loan, but you're getting back 18 point something. The difference between the 15 and the 18 might be like 3.4%, but that's the cost of doing business, because you just turned a profit off of money you borrowed. Remember, I did the show last week when I told you that you could borrow some money and invest it in something that's making more money than the interest rates that you borrowed from, which means that loan is being paid off for us partly by the dividends, but it is also going to be tax written off because you're paying portions towards the debt, but you're keeping the principal, which means that you're making money, because you didn't have to have $100,000 to invest in the Orchid to get the 20% interest. You just have to be able to borrow money from somebody who has like 15 to 16% interest on whatever hardship loan they're going to give you. And then you can afford to pay back the monthly payments. And then with this particular REIT, that's going to be giving you all of this money on a month-to-month basis, where that money coming in on a REIT is going to subsidize that particular mortgage payment. By the time you finish paying off that mortgage payment, bro, you've got $100,000+ sitting in the bank. That's worth doing.